তো আমার বাবা যদি আমাদের বাড়িতে কেউ ঝাল না খেতে পারে তখন হি সেজ দিস ওয়ান থিং যে ঝাল খেতে পারিস না মানে আমরা নমশূদ্রের বাচ্চা, তো দিস ইজ ইন ইয়োর ব্লাড। আমাদের স্কুলের ডায়েরিতে ফার্স্ট পেজে ফর্ম থাকতো, তো ওখানে রিলিজন, কাস্ট, এভরিথিং ইউজ টু বি দেয়ার। তো when I was filling it, I knew religion means Hindu. I know what Hinduism is, but I didn't know what the other category meant. So I asked my parents, and I think they explained it to me beautifully. They told us that the Hindus are divided into 4 segments according to our profession. We, being Malakars, we are actually artists. So our family, we used to work with shola, which is basically like a thinner form of thermocol যেটা দিয়ে টোপর, তারপরে ঢাকের সাজের গয়না ঠাকুরদের বানানো হয়. So it felt really nice to hear that we were artists, because as a child I was very into dance also, music also, and art also, and it just felt very nice that we are artists. In school, I had a very different experience with my caste identity, and like I overheard one of our classmates, she was talking about caste, and she said something like, I hope all of you guys are general category, because I am the general category and I don't want to be any of the other 3, and that is the first time I felt like my caste is something I need to be ashamed of. Like a year or something after that, another friend of mine who had been sharing my tiffin for the longest time, I ate from her tiffin, she ate from mine. I think she found out about my caste and she decided to spit in my food. Like it felt like my touch or me being around people is wrong, and yeah, I just felt like I won't be accepted anywhere anymore, and I felt like I had to hide that part of me. Before the board exams, you have to fill out a form and you have to mention your caste and everything. And like my class teacher randomly came in one day and she called me out, and she in a very hushed tone she asked me, are you SC? We'll need your caste certificate and all of that. And I think in a batch of 250 students across many sections, only 7-8 of us had to come out, and we were told that we need to get proof. Like when we were introduced to reservations in class 7, I think, I was vehemently against it, because I thought it's just reservation means that I'm not good enough, my people are not good enough, so we need help to get anywhere. Even when I sat for the entrance exam for Xavier's, I got in, but in the selection list, the first column had all the general category names and their marks were printed right next to their names. But my name came in the reserve category wala section, and I couldn't see how much I had scored. I went to FTI orientation. There I got in there as well, but उधर भी ऐसे list में category wise नाम आता है. So you don't know if you got in because of your rank or if you got in because of the reservation. But in SRFTI, I topped the list, so I knew what my rank was. I knew I scored the highest, and that's why I got in. It was difficult to choose between the 2 institutions, but I think one of the major reasons that I came here was because I finally felt like I can rub it in everyone's faces that I deserve to be here. Even after that, when I told a few people that when I said exactly what I'm saying right now, their immediate response was, yeah, but in the written exam you still got shortlisted because of the quota, and you got to go to the orientation because of the quota. So I just felt like, what the fuck do I have to do to prove to everyone that I am the same as them? So I decided to stop. I cannot keep trying to prove my worth to everybody and to try to make them understand that I deserve to be here, that, I'm worthy. That whole idea about, more deserving people don't get in because of reservations is bullshit. It's okay. Maybe I'm less deserving than somebody else, but my voice needs to be heard, and my people need to put their stories forward, and we need to be here, and it's important. So it doesn't matter if somebody else is missing out on a chance because of me, because I'm equally deserving to be here. For the longest time, they could not afford anything other than lonka. They could not afford vegetables or meat. So one of the most common meals that they have is shukno lonka, bhat, or noon, and that's it. And even now, sometimes in our family we have that. And whenever I get it, I just gulp it up because it's still one of my favorite dishes. And I think that's where my tolerance for heat comes from.